the three gentlemen in the back, and if I could ask you a favor to identify yourself and your affiliation, please.
Yes, I'm Asanka, Abeyagoonasekera, Director General of the Institute of National Security Studies from Sri Lanka. So, as you know, the debt trap and predatory loans, we are very familiar about it in Sri Lanka. I think Minister Thaung, as well as Director Shang, rightly identified, you have to look at this case by case, all these projects. Sri Lanka's total external debt component, 50% is owned by sovereign bonds and not by China. China's percentage is less than 15%. And this is, it's done by, it's actually quantifiable data. It is available, done by our researchers as well as in our economic think tanks. So my question is actually to Minister Thaung. We know how India looks at Hambantota. How does India look at Kyaukphyu? And what sort of challenges do you have? I think it's all about what PM Lee mentioned yesterday, accepting China's role in the region. I think Sri Lanka, we have felt it very well about accepting the role, because our neighbor has not accepted China's BRI project. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. It's very interesting. I can tell you that India and China are neighbors of Myanmar, and they are both looking at Myanmar. Myanmar is strategically located. These are the two fastest growing economies in the world. And India is looking east, and it needs to be connected to Southeast Asia. It needs to be connected to Myanmar. China wants to have an outlet to the Indian Ocean. So both are competing in trying to come to the assistance of Myanmar, so to say. India preceded China, I can tell you, because India has worked on a multimodal transport sector in Myanmar. They have been given the green light to go ahead with the Sittwe port, which is closer to Bangladesh and Kolkata in India. So they have finished setting up, upgrading the port of Sittwe, and this will be connected through the Galadan River to the northeast Indian states, Manipur and others, Nagaland. So we assume that the Indians would also like to have land links to Myanmar, and we have an agreement to have a road link between India, Myanmar and Thailand. And that is proceeding quite well, and I think in a couple of years that should be a reality. In fact, the construction has begun on the Indian-Myanmar border, and on the Thai-Myanmar border is already done. So within the next few years you'll see road connecting India, Myanmar and Thailand. And there is a new port. Sittwe has always been there's always been a port there, but they've upgraded that port in Sittwe. So the Indians are already there. And in fact, offshore Sittwe, there is a Shui gas field, which is jointly operated by Daewoo of Korea, GAIL of India, and the Myanmar Oil and Gas Company. So India is already there. The thing that we are doing with China is that maybe this is a good example for other countries who will be benefiting from the BRI. We have signed some MOUs with China, and we have unbundled some of the projects, which means that if we are going to do the Kyaukphyu project, we will have the agreement with China to have different tenderings, international tendering. And some of the projects will be unbundled, and then we can have international tendering. And that has been agreed in principle by China, so we're working out on the details.